Life, liberty, and the pursuit of your happiness. I don't know why I came up with that title, but I thought that'd be a fun one for this video. What's going on, you guys? Scott Orange here, and I haven't done a vlog for you guys in a while, so why not come along? I'm gonna park somewhere in a disclosed location, but I really enjoy making these videos because it also documents my life, and maybe you guys can get something out of it. We're gonna be about maybe a 5 or 10 minute video. With that being said, maybe a 10, maybe longer. But with that being said, sit back, relax, put the car up, I'll volume up, and let's go. This one's gonna be no cuts, no edits. We're just gonna go straight into it. First of all, it is hot. It is hot in every part of this country. And the country, I mean America. I'm getting sick of it. First world problems. So, just kind of get you guys up to speed about what's been happening and what's life been like. First, let's start with the bad news and we'll go with the good news. My dad passed away about 6 months ago, and that's been a very big struggle. My dad was a big influence in my life, and not only provided, but was there emotionally. Man, I'd call him up and he always had time for me. And there's something special about that. You not only feel wanted, but he wanted. And I think it's good to have a relationship like that. It's really important. So the other thing too is it was really unexpected. So my biggest issue with the whole situation was he was out here in December of last year, and I got to see him. And right after that, actually it was November, I think it was. I got to see him, we had dinner, and then a month or two later, just had some issues, had some pneumonia, had an ulcer, and they tried to intubate him, and yeah, it ended badly. And it was unfortunate too, because I couldn't see him on the last days. And that's just been, I don't know, it's been a pretty big pivotal thing in my life lately. And I don't talk about it much, and I don't know, this is a good way for me to talk about it. But for you guys, you know, when I made this, if my finger gets in the way, we'll figure it out. But my main purpose of the title, Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Your Happiness, it's really important to have a good relationship with your mom or your dad. And I know there's some things that can always hinder those, but if you guys are in a good relationship, it's good to keep feeding it and watering it. As we have come into this new age that we are in, right? Every day is the future that we're in. I've noticed that time is so valuable, and we take a lot of it for granted. And you know, you put things in perspective. You go to work for 8 hours a day, maybe more, traffic, commute. We really have a finite amount of time to focus on ourselves. I mean, let alone if you have side gigs going on, like an extra business, or you know, you're working out, social environments. There's not a lot of time. And someone put it in a great perspective too. It was like, hey, if you knew that you had only 15 more times to see your parents, your significant other, whatever, would you want to increase it, right? If you knew that that was the number and they were going to die on that day. And I think most of our answers are yes, right? So to that point, and bring you guys up to speed, it's just been interesting to handle because it was so sudden. And man, he made my life happy. I gotta say, he just knew how to handle situations. He really did. And I know that's from experience. You know, he was 70 when he passed, and experience is good, and to help out others is even more impactful. So for that one on the life, liberty, and the pursuit of your happiness. Whoa, look at this guy. Whew. I think we have one in our backyard. Ooh. I'm telling you, man, I hate nature. I love it, but I hate it. So to wrap everything up on just that subject there, I just, you know, like I said, if it's your significant other or family member, always strive to put out as much time and effort as you can, because once again, we just have a short amount of time in this world. Work. Let's move on into that, right? So I kind of hit the lottery because, you know, I work for a guy right now that I do all his social media content, and I get to film and edit it all day. It's like my dream. It sucks though, because I do all that during the day. It's tough to switch over and make more content at night. So this goes back to my first subject of there's just so much time. So right now I'm valuing my personal time than to actually like shoot and make beard videos, which we will go on here in a minute about why they have been far few and a little bit in between. All right, you're going on this journey with me. Here we go. So, work's been great. It's 10 minutes away from my house. I don't know, man. That's the other thing. We'll go life, liberty, and pursuit of your happiness. Find a good job that you like. I made the mistake and went into a different career field, and it was good to learn experience and just in other things and life and all that, but stick within your field. Everybody seems to like go off, do their own thing, try something new, but if you got something, go with it and stick with it. All right. We got ourselves a nice river. Very nice. All right, let's head back. I'm getting hot. Oh, and the train view. And a bridge view. I lied, this is gonna be maybe a 15 or 20 minute video. So yeah, it's really important for you guys to find a job that you like. It's very important. And also the health of that environment within your work colleagues. That's one last thing I'll say. Like, there's not a day that I go to work where I'm dreading it. I love the people there. Like, we have good camaraderie. There's no office drama, as it should be. I don't know. I think that's, like I said, I just hit a sweet spot. And that's good. So we'll go on to another one, which I want to talk about too, is getting things done early in the life, like pro or con, right? Because there's that mentality. I work really hard. I'll retire when I'm 55, 65, and then I'll do everything I want. And I don't know. Just at an early age, I didn't want that. And that's why I pursued what I wanted to pursue in my life. But there comes a nail in that coffin, because once you achieve it, especially with the amount of things, how do you sustain it? But I've learned that if you give water to it, like I said earlier with relationships and stuff, it'll work out. You just got to prioritize what you want. So I think what I'm getting at to all this rant is do what you love to do in life. And that's okay. Like, if you want to start your own business, that's good. If you want to go and do some real estate, go for it, you know? But sometimes it's that fear that gets in the way. The fear of failure, which is a human trait. Good Lord, these bugs. I get it. But you got to do it. You know, you never know who you are. Speaking of which, I got to do a jiu-jitsu competition. I'm not going to post in the B-roll because we're making this a one-top shop video. So it sucks, but if you want, go to my sister channel down there. Check it out. But I got to go compete. It ended up as a draw, but once again, it's just going out there, you know? Going out there and trying something and putting some water on it, and it was great. I got to train. You know, Melissa helped me out. I got to give her props for putting up with my bullshit. But she got me to a level where, you know, I needed it. And that's going to go into my next subject of having a good partner that supports you. And I know in all relationships there's issues and troubles in communication, but if you value those key things in life of support, help, love, trust, I mean, there's a lot of variables that go into it, but it's important. And it brings the best and or worst versions of ourselves. And I think that's going to come to, I guess, the end of this whole life, liberty, and the pursuit of your happiness. It takes a while. It takes hard work and dedication to get where you need to be. And I'm learning this as we speak about just figuring out how to change, figuring out how to grow. Maybe grow is the better word. Because habits are tough to kick, but once you're able to kick it and you have a realization of what you're doing, you know, that gives you a good advantage to the whole situation. So a little bit of a rant on that last one, but at the end of the day, with everything tied into this whole video here, is when it comes to your happiness, your life, and the liberty that you're given. Well, we won't go into politics, but those two things, those two major things, you have the life and you have the choice to pursue to be happy. Pursue. The definition of pursue. To go after, to get, to acquire, to want. And you have that want to. You guys ever see that movie or remember that movie, Rookie of the Year? Remember Ted Stedman was like, you're not what you had to. You got to get down to your had to. Not what you need to, but what you had to. And they go back, he was like, my what? My what? Total rant. If you haven't seen that movie, fun family movie. So, anyway. You need to always be aware of growth. And it's important. And I always love having the camera up when people pass me by because they think I'm probably a psychopath filming myself, which is probably the case. Cute dog. Hey, Bubbles. Well, if you made it to the last part of this video, let me just reiterate how important it is that your time and your life is as valuable as gold, the materials, and any worth in this place that we call Earth. It is very important for you to strive, to want, and to need. And just remember too, all the successful, motivational people that you've seen have all gone through it. And they're there. They were able to get there and teach because they have done a lot of work. But don't get me wrong, they still go through the same stuff that we go through. And I'm telling you straight up, I just remember I was at a point after I got divorced where I was this close. I was this close from financial, emotional, and everything in between of bankruptcy. But man, I had to push. I had to push. And you know, you think things are good, then your dad dies, you know, then this happens. Things happen in this world for reasons, and they happen because that's just how it is. And it's up to you to be able to figure that out and how you're going to handle it. And it might not be perfect, might not be right in the beginning, but you will get it. You will get it as much as I do. So I hope you guys got a little bit out of that. I want to say thank you, and I love you all very much. Have a great, great day, week, month, whatever day you are watching this. And be kind to others. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side. See ya!